Well, the ag equipment industry is urging governors to designate manufacturers, suppliers, and also dealers as essential during the COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting their role in the economic well-being of communities across the country. Kip Eidenberg with the Association of Equipment Manufacturers joins us now for an update. And Kip, thanks for taking the time to chat with us. If you would, speak to the role that the ag equipment sector does play in feeding the public.
Well, thanks for having me on this morning. Obviously, we believe that our industry is an essential part of the broader effort to continue to feed our nation. And as we continue to confront the ongoing and evolving challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been urging our nation's governors to consider the essential role that our industry, equipment manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, and service technicians play in guaranteeing a steady supply of food, fiber, feed, and fuel, and to maintain our nation's roads and bridges, and more importantly, to keep our homes and hospitals powered. We need equipment manufacturers to keep working to get us through this crisis.
So what are you calling on from the nation's governors exactly?
Well, primarily we've been urging them to deem our industries essential, meaning that they are allowed to continue to operate. And as your previous guest pointed out, so far, most governors have been following federal guidance in designating equipment manufacturers of all types essential. But as we continue to navigate these uncertain times, we might also be calling on the president to provide additional guidance to make sure that there's clear and consistent guidelines from state to state.
What precautions can these manufacturers actually take, considering some of the limited distance required for employees when they're working in a manufacturing position?
Well, that's an excellent question. And the CDC has issued a set of guidelines that will ensure that workers are safe and can feel confident going to the workplace, not getting ill or transmitting the disease to someone else. There are a lot of technical specifications, but they have to do with cleaning, work areas, and distance, ensuring enough distance between workers on the factory floor.
Have you had any feedback? Do you think that your hopes moving forward will be followed through on by the government?
Well, we have. In fact, we've had excellent responses from many of the governors, ensuring us that they recognize the essential role that manufacturing, and that includes obviously suppliers and distributors and service technicians, the essential role that they do play in communities across the country. And we continue to stay in close contact with the White House to make sure that federal guidance continues to be clear and concise, and that the Vice President, who is leading the pandemic task force, continues to urge governors to make sure manufacturers stay open.
All right. Well, Kip, thank you very much for your insight today. Association of Equipment Manufacturers, a Senior Vice President of Government and Industry Affairs, Kip Eidenberg, on the phone with us today from Washington, D.C. Well, a group of 97